It's funny the way he does interviews.
Yeah,
isn't it?
he takes himself too seriously, I think.
Yeah, and also
Show me.
He sounds quite uninterested, doesn't he?
Mm. Yeah.
that's his shtick. This is the way he speaks.
Yeah, like he's living in a tunnel somewhere.
Yeah, like he's he doesn't have any emotion.
Yeah.
He's just like
Stoic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even more than stoic would be just like calm.
Okay,
and
we're
collected.
recording.
He's almost like deprived of anything.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Oh, what?
Oh, shut up. Yeah, I'm rambling as well. I'm just
No, Lex.
I hate listening to myself.
No, Lex Friedman he's just an extraordinarily boring voice, and it's very monotone. And
Very.
he's a very smart guy, very interesting, but he sounds like he's trying to put you to fucking sleep.
How many followers does he have?
Hannah, I'm just expressing an opinion. You know, that's like saying how many people go to McDonald's. You know, come on.
Yeah, but it shows that people
You
are
take
not
my
very
breath away.
Do you want me to sit in the middle there, really?
Okay.
No, I'm used to getting the punches, but I developed a shield, and they just
reflect.
bounce back onto.
So
them.
we were talking. Jack and I have a mutual friend, and she was saying she went on this website. What's the website called, Jack?
It's called Seeking Arrangements.
So there's a website called Seeking
I
Arrangements.
want to try it.
Fuck me. Just let me get out my piece of shit information, that fart bubble, and then, pour your liquid gold onto it. See, now people look at me. You're so abusive to Hannah. I love Hannah very much.
Sometimes.
But it's like...
I'm not going to have people
But like
work.
but you're the worst heckler.
I
It's like
know,
living
I
with a
know.
heckler.
I'm sorry.
I just have to get it out of point. You're talking about structure. Okay. I'm going to have to edit all this out, make me look like such a cunt. But I am a bit of a cunt. And you can trust that. People who are bits of cunts, some people kind of, hey, I'm a really cool guy. And they're not. They're the people you need to worry about. People who sound like Simon Harris. Okay. There's this website called, what is it called, Jack?
Seeking Arrangements.
Seeking Arrangements. Have you heard of you haven't heard of the expression pay pigs?
No.
Right. So a pay pig is an older guy who just for the luxury of being able to talk to a younger woman, and he'll just pay her. It's kind of like, it's almost on the verge of like adopting a young girl, a young woman, because you want to be her sugar daddy. But I mean, I assume there's a sexual undertone to it, of course. Anyway, Seeking Arrangements. You're an older guy. You have no way of interacting with younger women.
Is this an ad?
No, it sounds like an ad. But so I went on the website, and it's kind of bizarrely. Can we read it out? Oh no, I'm using that fucking camera. Can you see what it says on there? Anyway, so our mutual friend went on this date. She'd never been on Seeking Arrangements. She goes to some fancy hotel, talks to this dude for 50 minutes. At the end of the interaction, he gives her an envelope, €750.
I'm able
Cash.
to do it.
Cash. What?
I'm able to do it.
Yeah?
Time is no respecter of human life, Hannah. And no, listen, what I'm trying to say is...
Well, there's a lot of older men than me. And for them, I'm just like a trophy.
Yeah, okay. So listen, hey, Owen.
Good to see you guys.
No, hang on a second. We'll introduce you in a second. What I'm just trying to say is, I think that guy who's giving that young woman €750, I think he's, like I think you were saying earlier, playing the long game. He's bringing her in,
Yeah, he's got
meet her
intentions.
again, and then maybe on the 4th or 5th date, he'll, there's €2,000 for a...
Yeah.
Do you reckon, Hannah?
Maybe, but she has a right to say no.
Yeah, and also, so what? Like, I mean, it's like if I was her age, I don't know what it's like. I mean, if I was her age,
what
and
age
if there
is
was an older woman wanting to ride me, say I was 23, and she's 50 something, now, here's 750 quid.
But obviously, she's going to that date knowing. I mean, she's convinced. She just want to talk to the guy.
Yeah.
She does not.
Yeah, she does not.
venture
Yeah.
that far where is sex. So in her mind, she just go to talk.
What
Yeah,
if he,
but-
what if he said to her, "Come up to the bedroom and I'll pay you there"?
Yeah,
Just,
then,
no, what
then-
if he said that'd be weird though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no. If I was her, I
What would
say
you do
no.
like for €1 million? Would you?
I don't even want to think about it.
Would you?
I would
would
go
you?
very low.
Would you go very low?
I think the family would disconnect from me. Really,
Like,
I
what-
probably like. I'd like to pretend I wouldn't, but I would do a
The
lot.
classic one is if you're having dinner with your family, would you pull down your pants, stand up on the table, shit on the table, and never explain it
For a million quid?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I'd do it
That
for
would be
100 grand.
quite normal.
I'd do it for 100 grand.
Yeah.
And like I'd tell him after, sorry about that, here's a grand each.
Would you let a man ride you up the hole for €1 million?
No. No. Why would I do that?
What if you were unconscious?
Oh, I definitely would then, yeah. I never thought of it like that now.
Drag yourself out.
Okay, sorry. Introduce the show, Jack. For God's sake.
Oh, jeez.
Jack, introduce the fucking show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to And That's Why We're Not Together, starring David McSalvage and Hannah Andrews, with special guest, the one and only Mr. Owen Colgan.
Owen Colgan, Mr. Hardy Bucks himself.
Someone was saying, imagine if like musicians put their mic checks on their records,
Yeah.
That's like this podcast.
People like to see behind the scenes though, and the rough edges too, because there's too much polished stuff on the internet now. So this is nice.
Like Seeking Arrangements, too polished.
Exactly, yeah. But does it work the other way? Can older women decide to meet men?
I guess so.
I doubt that happens though, does it?
But I guess so. Why does that not happen?
I think
Why
it
isn't
does
it? Why is
happen.
it more common for younger women to ride older men and not older women riding younger men?
Oh, I went to Gambia.
Oh Christ! Oh yeah, okay.
It's so common. Like you've got men coming onto women, like young men, and it's normal. Like you see, fat Americans going with this hunky young guy.
Oh, so that's nice to see. So in other words,
Yeah.
it is the reverse.
And then I myself, I went to swim, and then on the shore there were two young guys, and they were just like, "Hey, do you want us to swim with you, lady boss?"
Lady boss.
Yeah,
Lady boss.
They called you lady boss.
yeah.
Lady boss.
No, because they insinuate that
You're
they
in tune.
want you to be their boss, meaning providing and everything,
Oh yeah.
To dominate them.
Yeah, just like, take them out of poverty.
Oh,
and,
right, okay.
Because it's,
Okay. Huh?
Yeah, that does happen. So
yeah, that's like, that's just reverse,
So seeking arrangements. So yeah, I might go on that website then, and just be chatting to a young one. And can you imagine it though? Like you're chatting to someone, yeah, and then blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? And then 50 minutes later, yeah. Oh, here's 750.
What about the accountant then when it's like, what was all these withdrawals every
Yeah,
month?
but no, it feels
750 every month.
it feels like you'd want to be fairly well off to have that kind of disposable income,
Definitely.
I guess.
Because I guess you're writing it off, if it's cash. Otherwise, it'd be not just like you pay by Revolut or something, no?
Well, do you want to hear from Ashley, who is from the female point of view?
Yes.
Her review. So she
Her
said,
review of,
seeking. It's called seeking. It's an actual verb, to seek.
Mm-hmm.
and this is on their website.
Yes.
Okay.
So seeking has transformed my life in ways that I never thought possible. Without seeking, I would never have been to half of the incredible places that I've been able to visit with my partner. We connected over our passion for learning about new cultures and our love of adventure. And for our first date, we hopped on a plane to meet each other. I just want to add, though, that life is a lot better when you're flying first class with the man of your dreams.
It's fucking gross or something, isn't it? But I mean, it's not gross. I don't know. I mean, look, if needs are being met on both sides, you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're all adults,
Hello, do I sound okay, Jack?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I was a millionaire, I'd probably do it.
Yeah, seeking arrangements.
but there was, there's in that like old story, there was this movie with Robert Redford and Demi Moore.
Indecent
Oh,
proposal.
yeah.
Indecent proposal.
Yeah, so it was.
What would you like? Would you ride someone for €100,000?
I don't know, but I
50,000.
definitely talked to someone for €1,000 for 15 minutes.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen,
I don't know.
I'm very happy. Jack, does my sound okay? It doesn't sound great to me. You know, is there something wrong with the thing? I'm so sorry, Owen.
No worries, no worries.
It's okay. Does it sound
Deep
okay?
breath. I'll do a bit of meditation, won't I?
It sounds literally the exact same
Okay.
as every other podcast. we've
So
done.
Owen, now it's does it sound
Now
okay?
it sounds worse because I try to change it for you,
Well, don't.
and now it's better again, as it was originally.
So Owen, to people who don't know, Owen was created and starred in a TV series.
Didn't create it, but I created my character.
Who created it?
Eddie Durkin and the Viper.
Oh, Eddie.
The two lads.
Oh, the Viper was the guy who was traveling around in the car.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Drug dealing.
They come up with the idea and then they just said to us one day, do you want to film a few sketches in Swinford?
How did you know those lads?
I was living with Martin in Galway and he was fairly
Martin?
crazy. Eddie Durkin.
Oh, Eddie. Yeah,
I'll stick with the names from the show. I was living with Eddie Durkin in Galway and then
He's living in Sweden now.
He's
isn't
living in
he?
Sweden now, yeah, with the kids and everything. So we started hanging out together and then they did a course in Ballyfermot.
I did a course in Ballyfermot.
Did you, yeah?
TV,
A media course.
Radio and TV.
Same thing.
Yeah.
And they came down to Swinford for a weekend to film a little project. So they just call them vignettes. That was a big word for me at the time. And the guys that do the puppets for Podge and Rog were like, you should enter that into Storyland, RT Storyland. So then we went on there. We started getting paid £500 a weekend to act in the Hardy Books. So we're like, we're going to get paid to talk shit. And then it went from there.
Yeah.
Is that a good story?
No. I'm
what
just
did you
listening.
do before you did Hardy Bucks?
Before it?
Yeah.
No, just working in shops in Galway, Eason's, Boots, Lifestyle Sports, nightclubs, just doing anything at all. I did a nutrition course for 6 months and then I was like, I don't like this. So I quit.
So, but you are into fitness. Like you
In
mad
an
about
ironic
it.
way, you know? I'm jealous of men who are bigger than me.
Oh yeah, but you're pretty fit, aren't you?
Well, it depends on the day you catch me, you know? Today I'm not feeling too fit at all. Like, I had a bit of a nap in the car up here.
I saw you doing all those kicks.
Oh, yeah.
Gregor, McGregor. What's his name?
Conor McGregor,
Conor
yeah.
McGregor, yeah.
Yeah, but then when you come across like an actual UFC fighter, an MMA fighter, it's a different story. Like I met this guy from Canada years ago. His name is Rory McDonald, and he was just like a flexible like piece of string, and he's younger than me and taller, and his kicks were like all over the shop. So
You interviewed him, didn't you?
I interviewed him on the street there. Yeah,
Was that before he fought your man Robbie Lawler?
it was after that, I think.
Oh
actually.
yeah, that's a crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
fight,
Yeah, but I'm kind of into the fitness, but in an ironic way, you know. As a friend said to me once, like we train all the time when we lived in Galway, but we're always drinking as well. So we were like, if we stopped drinking, we'd be athletes. And then one of us like, yeah, but if we stop training, we'll be alcoholics. So
Right.
it's trying to get the balance right.
Right.
So Hardy Bucks was based in
Swinford. Yeah.
So everyone knows you in Swinford, I assume.
Yeah, they would, yeah. They know me
Yeah.
from school anyways, you know.
Oh, I see. Did you grow up there?
Well, I'm from out the road, 5k out the road.
And Swinford, what does is that mean? Swine
Yeah,
forward?
land of the pig, something like that.
But like, there's something about. I think it's towns everywhere. Like there's. Well, maybe it's a particularly Irish thing. Like, I mean, who was the guy who wrote Angela's Ashes? What was your man's name? He wrote.
Patrick
No. The guy who wrote Angela's Ashes, Jack. Jesus Christ, Jack.
Patrick Keelty, was it?
Patrick Keelty. Oh, what about Patrick Keelty and Tommy Tiernan and
Isn't the Pope,
Ardler
yeah.
Hanlon? Frank McCourt.
Frank McCourt.
But yeah, no, sorry, meeting the Pope. There was something a bit, I don't know, like, the Pope. And then...
Was he looking to get cheered up, the Pope, or why?
I don't know. Like, I wasn't even asked. I mean, was I even considered? Like, there must have been a list of people that they looked at. Definitely not.
Did they get paid for that, do you think?
But who
It was a shit gig.
Maybe it was a bit like the deal that the woman has with the guy. Maybe the Pope pays people to hang out with him.
Oh, the Pope is a pape. Well, no one said that. The Pope is, he's seeking arrangements.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Well, it is kind of, it is odd, like he's this representative of Christ on earth. Like he's the closest person to God on earth.
Yeah.
So, but I guess, Yeah, it's just been an instant. It's been just for thousands of years, and this guy is there. Have you ever been to the Vatican?
Never, no.
I mean, talk about build a wall.
Yeah.
You know, like Trump talked about build a wall. This Vatican, this wall is saying, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
No. But it's amazing. World War I, World War II, the Vatican, you know, no problem. But anyway, so Swinford, yeah, like Frank McCourt was talking about, there's a type of rain in Limerick that's just wetter than other rain, and there's boredom, and then there's rural Irish boredom, you know, and it's on a fucking different level. You'd be driving up to Swinford and you'd see the sheep
clouds.
trying to kill themselves in the field, like you know. And so you're there, young lads, full of beans, full of aspirations and potential, and you're just in this moment in your lives where you're in the crossroads or whatever, and you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Doing, no.
Don't know what you're doing.
Don't know where we're going. Galway's like going to Galway was the big choice at the time. We're like, going to Galway just to get out of this.
And I think that's what was. It sort of held up a mirror, but you know, there was exaggerations in certain ways.
Oh, definitely,
there was this, but you know, talk about some of those people, like the shit that people get up to, like you know, just house parties, or just, you know, you're just in these, you could find yourself in these situations with these really annoying people that as you get older you realize, I would never hang out with that person in a fucking million years.
When were we down in Mayo last?
What's the gig in Mayo?
The TF probably.
Oh, fuck the TF. I mean, I know your man's a nice bloke and so on, but it's a real labyrinth of a place.
It is. It's like the Crystal Maze. It's like trying to find your way around this concrete.
You know,
pillar.
you drive about 10 hours to go up to that gig, and then there's always about 4 people who show up for your gig. I mean, it's nice, but it's fucking Anyway, Mayo, it's a
good spot, you know, but it pushes you to use your imagination because that's the truth.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of rain, you know. I'm living back there now again, and I'm like, it's the hardest thing is the rain, because it's like just all the time. You know?
I love the rain.
But if it's there all the time.
Oh yeah, I guess. But to me, the rain says, "Shh,
calm down."
No, it says, "Calm down. Go back inside.
Yeah.
Don't be.
Go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep." I like that.
Yeah.
Whereas the sun is like, "Come on, everyone,
Be happy.
let's go.
Yeah,
3 more. Fuck off, sunshine."
Yeah, well, that was the reasons probably why we came up with the Hardy Books, because we were so bored of being in Mayo, like, you know. So that's where the guys created that idea, the boredom, you know. We were always imagining getting out of Swinford, going to Galway, or going to America, Dublin, stuff like that, you know. So.
And sorry, Martin's character,
Eddie Durkin, yeah.
Eddie Durkin. Yeah, what's his problems, or what's his psychology? What's he on about?
He's just a lunatic, like, he's just.
I mean, we're talking about the character here. Yeah, go on.
Oh, the character, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
His character had broader dreams. He wanted to go to America. And the rest of us were like, don't be dreaming that big.
Right.
Just dream as far as Galway. That's enough.
But he seemed to be a positive force, but in a very misguided way.
Yeah, exactly. He was the
didn't
one.
Know. Go on.
He had the biggest dreams of all of us, and we were like trying to pull him back into our world all the time. You know.
Okay.
We were like, why would you be so arrogant to think you could move to America? You know.
Yeah.
So you're cutting his wings all the time.
Almost cutting his wings because we were scared. You know. That's what the characters were doing anyway, and we were like, just go to Galway, man. It's enough for you. You know, don't be getting too greedy.
And that little viper.
Like sometimes we'd be doing gigs and stuff like that, and they'd have like stuff backstage for us, like drinks, and one or two of us would be like, we don't deserve this. You know, we'd be thinking like that, you know. And then Eddie Durkin was like, of course we do. Take all the drinks, put them in your bag.
And where do they? Because these characters, I mean, with me and Savage Eye, it was always revenge. Like that motivated a lot of the characters. So were there people that? So is that what happened? I suppose it would have been, wouldn't it?
For me, it was ignorance to see how far I could push it. Because day to day, I'm a kind of a quiet person, you know. But like in my mind, you know, you always have these ideas of like just going AWOL.
Yeah.
So I was doing that through the character, just being as ignorant as I can. How ignorant can I be?
Ignorant. Now, what type of what?
Just
do you mean?
like just don't give a shit about anything. Say the first thing that comes to your mind. Not really care, you know.
Well, you know,
no filter.
I've talked to you over the years about certain sketches that I've seen, and they're so delicious. Like to me, to my brain, it's so exciting because I never. Because I haven't seen sketches like that, and there's one sketch in particular, and I've talked to you about it, where excuse me, what happened there? Everything okay? Where a guy, so you're standing out in your house and you're doing the lawn or something, and a guy just shows up, and he's got his arm like this thing. He's got his arm out the window of the car, and because of, I don't know, social etiquette or something, you have to. The guy in the garden doesn't.
He won't reveal who he is.
Well, no, the guy in the garden doesn't know who he is, but he might know who he is. And but your man in the car talks to the guy in the garden like he does know him.
Yeah, exactly.
And he just appears out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and then he's talking to him, and he's just asking him general questions. And it's you know, it's like reality, but it's just over there where it's like, you know, is this the zombie apocalypse? Like, what is going on here? But it's so funny.
Well, the thing about like the countryside is that you kind of have to wave at everybody in case you know them, because if you don't, they'll be like, Jesus, I passed you earlier on today, you didn't wave at me.
Yeah,
and my eyesight's not great, so like I'm just waving at everyone all the time.
Right.
How are you getting on? How's it going? You know.
But
So
this guy, what was this guy talking to the guy in the garden about? He was talking to him about. He was asking him. I mean, it ended up where, can I come in and watch TV or something?
There was a guy cutting. He was cutting the bushes.
Yeah, go on.
With the shovel for some reason, and then.
Cutting the bushes. That is such a man. You know, you get an idea. Is there a fucking thing? No, I'll do it with the shovel. Yeah. Go on. Sorry.
And then the guy pulls up in a car, just like rolls up beside him, and he's like, "Oh, what are you up to?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I'm just cutting the bushes."
And your man doesn't. Yeah,
he doesn't know. He's just like trying to place him.
Yeah.
And then he's just like...
It's such an unnerving position to be in.
It is.
When you don't know the person you're talking to, but they're talking to you like they know you.
Exactly.
And it just, you don't know, it puts you in this weird... Yeah,
and you'd insult them if you didn't know who they were, you know?
Right, of course.
So this other guy was like asking loads of questions, and he's talking
like
about
what was he talking about? Was he asking about like a football game or something?
Yeah, you're watching the game tonight.
Oh yeah, the game.
What game?
Yeah, the game. The game. Yeah,
What game are you talking about? And then he starts going, United.
Yeah.
Like it could be any United team. It's just weird. It's almost like when I start explaining it, it makes...
I know what you mean. Sorry. Excuse me.
But do check it out.
That's the other... Where is it? Where is that sketch?
I think it's on YouTube.
Well, that's the other thing. If you start explaining stuff like this, it's like it's like trying to explain a great sexual experience. It doesn't really work. You have to be there. There was another, well, but we're limited to that. But there was another sketch, and I think it was in a cafeteria or something. And it was almost like it was comedy, but it was like there was it was a magic trick. Like there was just little movements and little, and you were dealing with something incredibly normal, like just two guys having a coffee. But it was just. And I guess what it to me, some of your comedy, it's like, this illusion of sense of purpose that people have day to day. And my name is John, and I'm an accountant. What is a John? Like reality that we think is reality is really, So by shifting it a little bit this way, or shifting it that way, it makes us realize how we're not as absurd.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I like looking out for those kind of things. Like I was living in Belmullet when I did most of those sketches.
Yeah.
And I remember one time for St. Bridget's Day, I was out I was in the field like collecting rushes, and then some fella drove past in a wagon, and I was like jealous of him for a moment, because I was like, look at him there inside his warm cab, and he's got a real job. Like, and I'm here in a field collecting rushes so I can make a video about St. Bridget's Day, so I can hopefully get more followers. So that kind of stuff is always on my mind all the time, and I just try to do the weird stuff. I like the weird stuff in life, I
guess there's a collective conversation. Excuse me.
Get it up.
There's a collective conversation.
Bless you.
That we all have. Sure, look at all that stuff. Sure, things are grand. The mothers, and all this. So it's like a conversation that collectively as a society we've rehearsed for decades. Yeah. And if you wanted to transpose it to a melody, it's like a song that we've all been singing.
Like Small Talk.
Like Small Talk. A Small Talk song for decades. And so we recognize it. Oh, yeah, okay, you're doing that. But if you stray from it and you say something different, it like...
throws you off.
It throws you off. Or it's like when somebody is auditioning for X Factor and they're singing out of tune. But actually, it makes you realize... what I'm trying, I'm out of me. I'm just trying to say that the sketches that I saw you do make me realize that we're all you know, just in this collective fucking rehearsed small talk speech most of the time.
Yeah.
But
a good way to put it.
I don't know.
No, that's right. That's a good way to put it, actually. Yeah.
But I'd love to be.
Keeps us sane, you know.
Okay.
Whoever does a lot of small talks to strangers.
Look at this. You see, this is classic
They-
Owen Colgan. You see the way that bit of plastic is sticking out at the top of the thing. Every time I drink it, it pokes, and it's irritating me.
But the thing
But it would take ages. So should I just continue with the pain? Or I don't know what to do. And then I looked at him, and then is he thinking something? You know, it's all this shit.
But the thing about small talk is you need it too, because you can't just be jumping
Yeah.
into big talk all the time, or else
Yeah.
it gets too. You know, sometimes I get sick of small talk and I try to get into the big talk straight away, and it's just tiring if someone's like trying to get into the more serious, not serious talk, but like
Yeah.
small talk just seems irrelevant, but it's not actually.
Yeah, it's just that connects you
Yeah.
with a lot of people
Yeah.
and gives you perspective from a different point of view.
Well, the
the
classic
buffer.
thing would be where
foreplay.
where men
Yes,
want
yes,
men
and we want a long, and a lot of foreplay
men want to
in
talk.
life.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, and only a deep talk you get with a special person now and then. You don't want to talk deep talk to.
I do. I don't want to do small talk.
Oh, you want to have a deep talk with like your
I want to
neighbor,
ride
that
everyone.
guy across the road?
Huh?
Do you want to like a deep talk with every person you meet? I don't think so.
Well, but it is nice. I don't like platitudes. You know, I don't like when people say, "So you busy?" They might as well go. They might as well
Yeah.
into my face.
I met a fella in Tesco.
Are you busy? Are you busy?
I met a fella in Tesco there a few weeks ago, and he said that to me in the
Yeah.
toilets of Tesco. I
Yeah.
just went in to make a pee.
Oh yeah,
I
and you're
kinda
holding
half
your
numb.
fucking penis in your hand. Are you
Yeah.
busy?
Yes.
Yeah, right now I am. I'm directing urine into a fucking toilet.
That's your answer.
If somebody says to me, ask me, are you busy?
Are you busy?
Bzzz, I'm like a fucking bee pollinating fucking flowers, you normal bastard. That's what I'm going to say to that
Yeah,
person.
that's good. That's good because
Can you imagine if you
it's
said that?
actually- No,
Oh, right, I was only fucking.
yeah, you pollinated the ideas, you know, the stories, you know, it's perfectly
Yeah.
okay answer.
What kind of small talk do they do in Poland?
I
I
haven't been, yeah, no, they complain a lot. It's just,
You don't really do small talk in
No,
Poland. Like
they're just yeah.
last time I was in Poland, like I was acting like Irish in Poland, but
Acting Irish?
but speaking Polish. You
Okay.
know? So I was going in the shop like, "Hey, how are you doing?"
Yeah.
and they're like, "What the hell is going
Oh,
on?"
yeah,
gotcha.
and they say, what do you want?
Yeah.
Are you fluent in Polish?
Well, I mean, fluent. Like I can speak.
He's
yeah,
very good.
yeah, but I speak.
Dobrze?
Bardzo dobrze, tak.
Wow.
But you know, you kind of
That's all I got.
you kind of break a wall, you know, like an old granny in a shop, you know,
Yeah.
she kind of like looking at you, and then you're friendly a bit, and after like 3 sentences, she might smile at you,
Right,
and
okay.
it feels actually more gratifying.
To kind
you
of
know.
crack
But
them.
listen-
Yeah.
But listen, a lot of
Seeking
people
arrangements
you
over here. Look at that.
listen, a lot of people you couldn't break.
Yeah, that's
I've
true.
seen Jack
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
and
yeah.
trying.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain type of Polish people.
Ah, but they're collapsed bastards
Unbreakable.
everywhere you go. It's not.
No, but Polish people do
Specific
not
to
do really
Poland.
small talk, and they're quite grumpy.
Yeah.
I lived with 6 Polish people in Galway years ago. And once you crack that barrier, they're very friendly.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But you know,
how long did
there's
it
no like
take you?
metaphors.
Took me about 2 years.
You know, a few minutes.
2 years.
Yeah. Did you ever drink beetroot soup?
Oh, yeah, borscht.
borscht.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Oh, I love that.
I was over there visiting a friend, and his mother brought me down some, and I drank a bit, and I was like, oh, I didn't really like it, to be honest.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
such
yeah.
a, so
Yeah.
you're such an uncultured
I
bastard.
know, sure, I've never been really out of anywhere, Mike.
Mike, who's Mike? Who's Mike?
I don't even know where they came
Right?
from.
Mate.
I meant to say mate.
No, but you said Mike because you
Plus you're holding the mic.
man with a lot of names.
Can we beep out that? No.
No.
It doesn't matter.
Too late now. But I drank it really quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
The soup, thinking like, okay, I'll get it done quick. And then she said, oh, you like it? Here's some more. So I ended up drinking about 2 pints of it.
It's funny when I used to hang out with Hannah in Poland, and I'd hear Hannah talking to her friends, and I wouldn't understand the words, but you'd just hear the tone, and each sentence it would start like this: and it would reach a sort of, and then the end. So it was like when Polish people were talking. It's like there's a little bit of hope, and then what's the fucking point? And there is contained within the Polish psyche, there is an inevitability of doom, I would say, because of historically they're in between Russia and Germany. You know, it's rough.
Yeah, and I remember you came to Poland and you have your camera and there was an escalator and he was recording people going down and you tried to smile to them and you were recording their reaction.
Oh yeah.
So over 100 people or whatever,
they're all just
none of them smiled back.
No, but in other words, but when I was there, it just seemed to be grey and dark brown. It was just grey brown. I mean, communism, it's mad the way they thought that people would be happy just to live this, in a very regimented. Anyway,
I dated a Polish girl years ago.
Vera Fox
Yeah?
too.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Her name was Kasia, but she didn't really speak much English at the time, so she brought a fella along. And we went on a date on Malahide Beach, and he was just 5 steps behind us at all times. I didn't really know what was going on because we just met a few times. So I was like, is this a date or what's going on here? But I'd be talking to her, and she knew a few words at the time. She's fluent now. But then she'd if I said something complicated, I'd have to turn around to him and then translate. But then it was weird because she hopped on my back at one point, and he started taking pictures of the two of us. And I was like, does he like her? What? I don't know the dynamic of Poland.
Owen, you're always
normal.
Owen, you're always getting yourself into weird situations.
I know.
Why is that?
Just I'm a weirdo, I think.
You're not
We're just
weirdo.
looking behind you every 20 seconds,
Pretty much.
Do you think you're gonna get mugged or something?
I just didn't really know. I was because I thought he liked her because he landed up in his Mercedes with her, and I was like, oh, I thought she was just coming alone. So then I didn't really know the dynamic, and she was like, do you want to go to the beach through him? So then we went down to the beach. But no, I didn't really know what was going on.
And what was their relationship?
Just friends. I found out later on they were just friends.
Oh, yeah, maybe she. Oh, that's strange. And
Yeah,
did you hook up with her?
Just a bit. I did, yeah.
How long were you going out with her for?
Maybe 2 months.
Oh, 2 months. Jesus.
Yeah.
And did she ever smile when you?
Yeah.
So
She smoked a lot of cigarettes as well.
how long did how many series did Hardy Bucks do?
I think we did 4 series at a Christmas special and then the movie. Yeah.
That's right.
The
movie.
2012. That was in Poland.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Did you record it in Poland?
Yeah.
Wow.
In Poznan. We went from Swinford in camper van. 2 camper vans and a Hiace. From Swinford all the way to Poznan. And there was loads of Irish along the way. So we stopped off in, I think, Germany, Netherlands, and those Irish just planted along the way everywhere,
And so you filmed it. Why did you film it there?
Because the Euros were on at the time, and Ireland qualified
Right.
for the Euro 2012 in the football.
It's a big deal when we qualify for a major
Oh,
tournament.
yeah.
in football.
No, but why Poznan? Because
That's where it was on.
That's right.
Ireland were playing in Poznan and I think Gdansk. So that's why everyone was going to those 2 places.
Okay.
So in the script,
and you incorporated it in your
We did.
story. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
And did you give yourselves the green light to make that?
No, Universal gave us some money, RTE gave us some money, and the Irish Film Board.
Okay.
And then there was 1 or 2 other people. So we just kind of had a rough script. We're like, let's just go on the road.
Did you make any money out of that?
Do you know the exact number? Are you asking? Or
Why is it?
No, I mean,
was it okay or
no? It was a few grand,
God, for all that work.
Yeah, I wouldn't say crazy money now, but it's all the illusion, isn't it?
How do you mean?
People think when you make a TV series
Oh yes,
or a movie,
yeah,
you're minted.
You're
but
minted, yeah.
You're not really
No, not at all.
So
But
no.
Netflix would have to buy it, and then
Yeah.
you maybe.
It is on Netflix, isn't it?
It was on Netflix. Netflix bought it, but they bought it off RTE.
Okay.
So they pay RTE, not
Exactly.
you,
Yeah.
and RTE did not share anything.
A tiny bit.
Oh, they probably gave it to Ryan Taverty.
Yeah.
That 150,000.
Get rid of
Ryan,
that.
give it back to
I
Hardy
know.
Bucks.
Yeah,
Come on.
we want it, Ryan. You've enough money there with your books, stuff like that. No,
but that's what I do love about and what I find inspirational. It was John Carney as well when he did Once. He came up with that idea and he sort of just started making it himself. And I think a lot of people wait around. They're waiting to get the green light from this or the green light from that. I think it's very cheap now to make stuff yourself.
Yeah.
Just do it. And then when you get to the point where people are actually giving you money, then you will have experience recording sketches, so you'll be in a better position. But that was great that you just started off your own back or bat. What am I trying to say, Jack?
Oh, backs, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And even in Poland, we kept going, this is the best holiday ever. And the producer was like, no, you're meant to be working. You're meant to be filming. But it just felt like a holiday.
And like, who did you get to direct it?
A guy called Mike Cockayne.
Cocaine.
Does
Yeah,
he
you
do a
know.
lot of cocaine?
No.
Why do British people say cocaine instead of cocaine?
His name is Cocyane,
Oh,
something like that.
oh yeah.
So like anytime I tell people his name, they're like, all right.
And how did you find it working with directors and people like that? Did you find it? I would find it like they, sometimes they just want to put their own 2 cents into something.
Yeah.
And you think, well, no, that's not how it was written. But you have to.
There's a middle ground there
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
Isn't there? Yeah, I found it difficult at times because we created the characters, so they were coming from us,
Yeah.
So we thought we knew the characters better than anyone. But then there was
Which you do.
but there was 1 or 2 times where RT people came down and they're like, I don't think your character would say that. And we're like, this is your first time in Mayo. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Do you know? So
That's you sound like Roy Keane. What? That's your first time here. Like what are you talking about? That's not your. Who's that phone?
maybe I'm watching too much Roy Keane.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
So yeah, there'd be times like that, and it kind of throw you, and then they'd be talking about story arcs and all this other stuff that we never considered,
Okay.
character arcs and all that stuff,
Yeah, well, that was the great
Yeah,
thing
you
about
know,
the stuff on YouTube. That's right, the stuff. That's when I saw that stuff.
was the most
and
raw.
it was kind of, it had this huge, lovely reality sort of energy about it that
Yeah.
you couldn't sort of plan for a lot of that stuff. Well,
It suited us because we all kind of have a touch of ADHD, so it
Yeah.
suited us to just turn up to a scene.
Yeah.
They'd give us an outline of the scene, 1 or 2 lines to say, and be like, okay, just go for it.
So kind of like Larry David.
Exactly. Yeah,
So
yeah. He
this
copied
is
us.
what?
He copied us, Larry David.
Well, you copied. Who was it?
Don't
Gary
say it.
Shan.
Jerry Shanling, yeah.
Gary Shan. No. But yeah, that idea of what? Sorry, what's your character's name?
Buzz McDonnell. Billy Buzz McDonnell.
Fuck, I didn't even know that. Buzz, Billy. So Billy has
Billy
to.
Buzz.
So give us an idea. Go on. So you're doing the scene. So
You're doing it-
what would be on the page then?
On the page would be maybe one of the characters is mad to go to, we'll say, America.
Right.
And the other lad is like, try not to let him go to America.
Right.
Try to kind of like sabotage it or just keep
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
tipping away at him so that like he's annoyed by you and his heart like leaves the idea of going to America.
Okay.
So it become very petty,
And
and the pettiness would be kind of like,
so you'd really have to get into that like reality of that situation. So Billy would really have to be, he'd have to say that to this character, and then that character would obviously be horrified that Billy has aspirations.
It was Eddie that had aspirations, really.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but my key thing, what I was trying to always do is make the other person laugh. That's all I was trying to do, really.
Okay.
And like I always found that created enough tension to make it funny.
You bounce off each other,
Exactly.
probably.
There
You
was
just
chemistry
like
there as
one
well.
yourself up, one started, the other one laughs, and then
Yeah.
goes on like the balls
Exactly.
rolling.
Yeah, that's it. Once the energy's there, you get half an hour or an hour of good material, But there was a lot of crap as well.
Oh yeah.
Like we'd film could be one tiny scene that might be only a minute on TV. We could be filming it for 2 hours.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
cameraman would be like, I need to put this down, lads. I'd know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Just go away, come back for take a half an hour off there,
Yeah.
Because we'd be waffling at times.
No, but people don't realize, that they think it's a bit of a laugh. It's like to get stuff that's.
Was your scripted on to the point, or did you improvise anything?
Well, we'd always go there with a script. But here's the other thing. Even if you have stuff that's been tried and tested in clubs over years, and then you sort of transpose that into a situation, then you go to the location and you set everything up. Suddenly, what works on stage doesn't necessarily. So you have to move this and do that and change that and then of course. It gets to the editing stage, and they'll put their fucking thing in it.
Yeah.
So by the time it gets to so
Did you have a finger in the edit, or a hand even?
no? Oh yeah, I did. Like I'd watch. I'd look at the assemblies of them and then make notes.
Okay.
But Oh God, it was. We were fighting all the time.
But I just don't understand, why don't you try write, direct yourself?
Well, I've said me and Owen,
know?
For TV?
artistic. Me and Owen.
Oh, for whatever, you
me.
know.
You mean
me,
Dave or the two of us?
Oh, two of us, or like
Me and-
each
Three of
of
us.
you,
Me
or,
and-
you know.
well,
but like
me-
that's the way to go, I think.
Me and Owen have been flirting artistically.
Meeting up.
We have been artistically flirting,
Not good enough.
Seeking each other's
I know it's-
arrangements.
seeking each other's arrangements. But I think we should, like, I mean,
I think we need to meet up outside Dublin.
well, look. The thing is, in as much as with that fucking exercise stuff, the only way I can do it is, you know, you just have to do it. You can't think about it.
Yeah.
And you see, we'll meet up and I'll see the stuff that you're doing and I'm thinking, I fucking love where that is. I love that
Oh,
business.
thanks.
I love that. Where
Yeah.
that is where I want to be, because you can have a go at every fucking it's just, and it's beautiful. It's lovely. It's like, okay, listen.
Well,
Don't even, look,
That's not
What?
talking about it. You have to sit out a day.
I'd be honoured to do stuff with Dave.
just let me just say, like League of Gentlemen. Do you remember League of Gentlemen?
Yeah.
Local. Are you local? So that it's
I'm not that familiar with it, but I know of it.
having a conversation with you is like
Stop
it makes me feel like an oxygen cylinder and I'm filling up a balloon.
Yeah.
And like
That
when I listen
hurts
to you, it's
very
like
That hurts.
I need oxygen.
There's great chemistry here, you know. There genuinely is.
No, I've known Hannah since 1991, and I don't want to say it, but I do love Hannah very much.
You cut my wings again.
cut my wings.
Where did you meet?
No, we're not going to talk about it.
Hannah was
again.
working as a
You said it so many times.
Hannah was
that
working
no
as
one
a
wants to
sex
know.
worker in Poland.
Really?
I was seeking arrangements.
Were you really, yeah?
Would you shut up?
I mean, it could
Owen,
be.
you dirty bastard.
No,
We'll put on
I was-
OnlyFans. stuff
You're
like that,
you're
you
an
know?
out. You'd fucking ride somebody for $100
I
grand.
do for less, Dave.
Me too.
Plenty less, and I have. I've paid people.
Come here. Is your girlfriend an old bro? Oh yeah. Well, you've.
Are you in a relationship?
Yes,
Owen?
Yes, I am, yeah.
Like committed? Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have children?
Not yet, no.
Okay. Okay, because you know, I actually noticed that you're giving a
you see the
lot
way-
of
do you
relationship
see the way he does that,
advice.
like-
I know, but see, again,
You're
I
almost like a relationship guru.
it's almost like I expect people to look at me and go, like, it's like the fitness. I don't think anyone would ever come to me and be like, I want to get my relationship
Yeah.
helped by that lad there,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he's
yeah.
clearly clueless.
Yeah.
So it's more like a piss take of myself, really.
Yeah.
So relationship advice, no, I wouldn't have any, really, no.
Well, people send you questions though.
Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't, and I have to make them up myself. Right before the podcast. I'm like,
yeah.
someone sent in this,
Yeah, yeah.
anonymous.
No, you shouldn't be saying that.
I know, but sure, I'm trying to be
Just
vulnerable.
destroying the illusion.
No, people couldn't give it. People know. Like, do you ever see the shapes he pulls when he's doing his fitness routines? It's mad shit. How long have you go on?
My favorite video, because I remember seeing Owen for the first time in school on Facebook. I used to watch your videos to camera on Facebook. And there's
Oh
one,
yeah, you liked performing for the kids, didn't you?
Those days are over.
no, but there was one where you fought 6 doves coming out of a van or something like that.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
remember?
I do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
But I think I got inside my head too much about those videos, because I used to talk about fighting badgers and like different animals and stuff like that, and crows, bringing crows back to life. And now I'm like, I'm 40. Can I keep talking about
No,
that?
but I know what you mean. It has its own shelf life. That
Yeah, I think
stuff.
so.
And if you go beyond,
Yeah.
So that's like your Badger album.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you have
That's
to.
it.
You have to lay fallow and seek inspiration from the hills of Mayo.
Yeah. I'm wondering though, like, should I be talking more about like serious stuff like politics? And
Oh
stuff?
yeah, you see, no, hang on a
sent you
second.
the
Hang on
other-
a second. I've known you for a while now, and you get these little existential things. Should I be saying something serious? First of all, nobody is going to ever be looking to you for kind of guidance, okay?
Is that a dig, is it?
Yeah, I think it is actually.
But
Just
for
a
a
no-
bit of a laugh.
Nobody should be looking to me for any guide. Like we're comedians. We think the bad things that are going on in the world, it's horrifying and all that. But I mean, you can't. We're not geopolitical people.
But the Savage Eye had a lot of messages in it.
well,
They
look.
were very superficial.
Well,
No.
no, I mean, yeah,
There
but
was a depth
but
behind.
but I know what you mean. Maybe you're looking at stuff, and you're looking at certain comedians, and you're thinking they have a point.
It's more based in the truth at times, you know. And I'm like, should I, like, you know, like...
But I like, you know, I
No,
was
go on.
watching I was watching your Instagram page, and then you give advice about manifestation of your partner. You said,
That does work, though.
right, it does.
What's manifestation? Hannah, get the sentence out and stop gibbering.
I'm gibbering. And then you said, think deeply about 3 most important characteristic of your dream partner. Write it down and then shove it up your ass.
Oh, yeah, well, and sometimes it doesn't work, you see. So that's why you have to shove it up your ass. But if you do it enough, you'll find that it actually does work.
Well, it's funny though, Owen. The things that sort of create anxiety as comedians, and so because that seems to be a theme that sort of emerges in you from time to time. Oh, I should be dealing with more serious stuff, but I don't know. Like what kind of one fucking comment.
I got a comment on a video, yeah, and some guy was like saying, "Oh, you need to start talking more about politics and not talking about custard creams." And I was like, that took me off the track for a while. I was like walking around Mayo, like having an existential crisis. Going, yeah, maybe I do. I'm 40 now. I can't.
Well, what do you want to talk? What do you follow politics?
Not really, no.
You see,
but like, I do figuring out what humans. I like to figure out what makes humans happy, that kind of stuff.
Well, the only reason I wouldn't go into certain areas is simply because of the militant hardline fuckers that might sort of actively try and kick you off social media sites. Yeah. So there's that fear, and our living depends on. Well, for me at the moment, it depends on just having access to a nice big audience. But the other thing is, I see over in the United States all these TV programs, with John Oliver, with this guy, with that guy, today. And, or the Tonight Show or whatever. And they're always talking about, well, Senator Richardson. And they're going, who gives it? Is that all the pool that you have to... So they start quoting what a senator said and making fun, and then Trump. They can't stop going on about Trump, Trump. And they're always going to get a laugh with Trump. But the problem is, as I understood it, when it was having to go with politicians, by satirizing a politician, you're weirdly paying tribute to the politician because you're saying that they're culturally significant enough to be made fun of. So in a way, it keeps them in the spotlight. And also the po-faced virtuousness of this little John fucking Oliver and Jon Stewart. Like, fuck right off, mate. It's so annoying, these little goody two-shoes. And by the way, they've got a fucking football team of writers, obsessing about what... It's like, come up with something about fucking custard creams, cunt. I don't, so, if you're really truly against Trump, ignore him.
Yeah.
Do something else.
But America does that better than anyone. They know it's just about attention. That's all it is. So they'll say anything.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say anything for attention
as well. I think
it's
a skill to talk about custard cream.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
And I think that's what we need now. Actually,
I
universal stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Which makes my life maybe better, or not in a geopolitical sense.
Well,
no, but hang on a second.
You can still talk about politics, but in a kind of a custard cream way.
Absolutely.
Metaphorically.
No, but in other words, you can definitely do your version.
Yeah.
But you see, it's putting in the hard work, and I think you're like me. You're just over in Mayo and you're talking to Joanne, you're with McGarry and you're having a cup of tea and you're sleeping under a bed.
That's so true. That's exactly I'm like, I'll do that next week now.
Next week.
Do you nap? Do you like naps?
I'm getting into them a lot more now. Yeah.
You're turning into David now.
Do you know what I do? I go for walks along the railway line close to the house, and I think of these great ideas, and I'm like, the crowd are gonna love that. I end up like losing faith in it.
That's what's so funny. Like I was doing, I was playing it on Shaw the other night, and I took out my guitar before the gig, and I'm sitting in the back room going, "Oh, the comedians hate when I have the guitar because it makes it's so easy to get laughs. It's so easy to get laughs with the guitar. For some reason, it elevates what you're saying when you're singing it rather than just speaking it." And I was just imagining. So then, I pull out the guitar. Hey. you know, and lost complete confidence in it.
Oh,
and
no.
then, you know what I mean? Like, and then you know, people are going, huh? You know that face, like when you're not, and the audience are just like, and there's 100 people going, and you're going, oh, fuck off.
Yeah, but they like the realness of you, Dave, as well. I think that's what comes across.
I like the realness.
It's the authenticity, you know.
Authenticity. Yeah, look, let's. Welcome to Mayo. And now, let's walk with Owen Colgan
Across the land.
across the land over the railway tracks. Oh, the audience are going to love that one.
1996. Fierce cold, so it was.
Welcome inside the mind of Owen Colgan.
Breathe in, fast. Don't get scared now.
Don't get scared. Why are they getting
I'm
scared?
behind you.
I'm behind you.
What's in the book there, Dave? As if that was like a setup there.
Well, you know what it is, Owen? This reminds me of when I was a kid in school. It wasn't necessarily what was in the book or the content. It was more to do with the actual, all the accoutrements, you know, the pens and
The fountain pen, yeah.
yeah. But that's what I'm more into.
It's just like this gym. It's more about building it up
Yes.
and looking
Yes.
at it.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
He's got another gym upstairs. which
Really?
is
Yes,
used
but no, that's
as a
why.
coat
Yeah, but
hanger.
the next
He
one.
hangs coats
Okay.
and clothes on there.
Yeah, but that's why I have a personal trainer. I have a
And
personal.
so he's not going to touch the equipment until his personal trainer allows him to do so.
But it's good to have it there because it's like a vision board. So when you see it a bit
Yeah.
more, you're like, okay, maybe I need to get back into that. But if
By the way, I was looking into going to, because I want to take my e-bike to London. So I was thinking of getting the fucking ferry, Irish ferries from Dublin Port to Holyhead. But then you have to coordinate in Holyhead to get a train to fucking London. But then there's very few direct trains from Holyhead to London. Some of them have one stop, some of them have two changes. So you have to get off the train twice. And it takes you about 6 fucking hours to get to London from Holyhead. What a drag. So I'm thinking, I might not just take the bike, I might just fucking fly over.
Who is interested in that?
When I first saw you in Marseille, I said, who is that old Polish crow? No, that is Hannah. Bonjour, Hannah. Want to get some churn the butter with me in the factory? Come on, you sexy little horse.
But I must say,
Hey, look over there. It's Owen Colgan going for a walk by the train
Bonjour.
tracks.
bonjour, ça va?
ça va bien.
Enchanté.
Enchanté,
Hey,
monsieur.
Owen, back off. She's mine.
Je voudrais parler français.
Oui, mais she's mine, Owen. Find your own girl.
Back off.
Au revoir. She translate for me. Oh, whatever. There was a bit of improvisation there.
Do you like French people?
I love them.
Well,
I love
that's the thing.
Frenchmen.
That's the thing about French. That's the thing about. Oh, I hate the French. I hate the Italians. A lot of people have 1 or 2 or 3 bad experiences with people who happen to be from Italy, and then suddenly they make that blanket statement: "I fucking hate French people." Well, no, you haven't met every French person, so we can't say things like "I hate French people." I love some French. I love some people.
But
Some of them happen to be
I'm
French.
really-
Some of them happen to be Iranian. Some of them happen to be from Iraq, Tokyo, Japan, South America. You know, can't we all just live together in a forest?
Are you Mother Teresa all of a
I
sudden?
love those sound effects.
You just be like Mother Teresa all of a sudden. You're begrudging everyone, and all of a sudden
Hello,
you're
Mother.
turning.
Bonjour, Mother Teresa. What are you doing out here in the lovely fields in Marseille?
Just helping everyone.
Okay.
I thought I was nearly going to get shot one time in Italy.
What?
Yeah, I didn't. It didn't really come close to that, but there was myself and the missus went over there years ago, and I had to pop into the garage to get fuel. You know, so there was, you know, in Italy, I think they top up the fuel for you.
Yes, yes.
So I was expecting the guy to come out, and I was like, he's not anywhere. So I went in to use the bathroom, and the door was just open. So I popped in to use the bathroom, and then all I could hear was this guy shouting in Italian outside. He's like, Shabala, Shabala. And I was like, what's going on there? So I came out, and he freaked out because the bathroom was like private. I didn't see the sign on it. And this was like around the middle of COVID. So he thought there was this foreigner coming over, might have brought COVID into the toilet or whatever. So he's like giving me this really hard bollocking, and like he was reaching for his pocket all the time. And I didn't know if they had guns or whatever over there in Italy at the time. But like I was like this, no, bathroom, toilet. And my missus was looking in. She thought I was just going in to pay for fuel, and I was like this talking to this, oh, please. I thought I was going to get shot.
And what was he reaching for?
He's reaching for his phone. Yeah.
To call COVID police.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But the police were on the way, and he had to cancel them because I was like, genuine, I didn't know what I was doing.
And your wife thought you were just like trying to like see.
Wait a second, she was like, what, how much is he paying for the fuel? Like?
Wait a second. Where was the bathroom in the place? Like, was it an easy mistake to make? Or see, Owen, this is you.
I know.
You're walking around in your own mind.
I know.
And then you're just wandering into somebody's house, Owen. What's that?
Southern Italians arguing.
Like, it wasn't an easy mistake to make?
It was an easy mistake. Looking back, because my girlfriend was like, walk me through the process. And then when I did, I was kind of like lying to her about it.
Oh, go on.
Because on the door it said toilet privado. And I was like, no, my pee deserves more than like.
Yeah, you wanted cleaner toilet.
Exactly.
And
you were just thinking you can't say a toilet is private.
I was like, I'll just be in and out. I won't hang around. But I was in there.
Privado.
I know, it's such an obvious word.
Bravado. He had toilet bravado going to the toilet privado, and then he almost got murdado in the
with the phone. Yeah.
With the phone, yeah.
Fonado.
Yeah, but I think the way we should try and approach, challenging ourselves to come up with something. I'm saying that to myself as well. Is almost we should just book a day, like in a month, or 2 fucking days, location, hire these people.
Yeah.
So that's all paid for, and then so you have a deadline.
Yeah.
I think it's the only way.
It's the only way. It's like an exam.
But do you know what I mean? Otherwise, because I think I work good when we have deadlines.
Yeah, I'd love to do something with
I'd love to work and like just think of the most normal situation, But there's standard. I guess there's standard situations where people bump into each other in Ireland or anywhere. What are the most normal? What are there any social situations that you try to avoid?
Talking beside somebody at the toilet.
Yeah,
that's very awkward.
In the queue of a post office. I'm always surprised about the way some guys shake it off. That's Taylor Swift is talking about how men shake it off in the toilet. But some guys like they'll just wangle it for fucking ages. Yeah, and it's almost like it's virgin on. Like, what are you actually doing, mate? Just fucking shake the fucking thing and put it back in your
wank. That's what they say.
I was just wondering, do you compare?
2 shakes, what?
One's a shake, 2's a wank. That's what they say.
One's a shake, 2's a wank. No, but you can see it in the peripheral vision, Han. I'm not staring at a man's.
Yeah, but like in peripheral vision, do you compare?
No,
I do. I always have a look because I know that they've had a look. But some people use the overhand canopy. So you can't see what's going on, but it also protects you from the splashback as well. But like, I've often had a look and then I've realised the other guy's got his covered and I'm like, I should have covered mine when I got in here. Sometimes I'll actually stand like at an angle, which doesn't make any sense.
There's also
this is whole new.
There's also
women are spoiled though. You've got your own little rooms.
Yeah.
There's etiquette when it comes to which urinal you use, right? You
need to leave a space between them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the woman's penis is all folded up inside.
Yeah.
Like you'll have an anti-penis.
It's like those things you blow on you. And it goes.
No, by the way, that's a joke. We have an anti-vagina. Okay, we have a. Go on.
Just stop. I mean, you're just trying to like.
What?
Explain or like make sure that no one take an offense.
It's funny, like, can you imagine? Can you imagine waking up? Can you imagine, like, we're so used to having penises as. Can you imagine waking up in the morning?
Speak for yourself, Dave.
Can you imagine waking up in the morning and just suddenly, like, if I just suddenly had a vagina, I'd be just there, like, waking up, and then Jesus Christ. What the fuck? I've got a vagina. What? What's wrong with you? I don't know. I don't have a vagina. And then you'd be looking at girls. What would you do then?
I don't know, but it would have changed your hormones.
No,
as
but then I
well.
wouldn't be gay, right? So I'd be into women. But then I'd be thinking, Jesus, I wonder what it's like to get the whole, huh?
You go collaborate with your mate.
Huh? Say it again.
You can collaborate with Owen then. You know?
If you want to do that, we could do a video about that, Div. Me and you. No cameras.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, you were down in Lep. How long have we been broadcasting?
An hour.
Feels longer. That's a joke. I say everything.
I have to shoot off soon enough.
Oh yeah. Well, good.
that.
So we'll finish. We'll finish up. Oh yeah, because you're meeting.
The missus is coming back in, yeah.
Where's she?
She was in Madrid there to visit the brothers.
Where's she meeting her? Where are you meeting her in town?
Anywhere at all.
Okay, I'll be following you just to make sure this is true.
She's getting the bus in from the airport. So.
Okay, but send us a picture when you meet her.
I will, of course. What's your email, Dave?
So Lep.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Connolly's of Lep.
Up until the point I played in Lep, I wasn't even aware of its existence. Lep in West Cork.
Yeah.
And it's kind of quite. It's at the end of the Ireland, as it were. It's just on the coast, isn't it?
It is. It's very coastal. Yeah, yeah.
And then I wondered to myself, I'd never been down that area of Ireland in my whole life, and I'm wondering, like, what turned me off the idea of going to West Cork? And I think it's probably something to do with Wicklow and expats, people from England wanking on about, oh, wonderful West Cork. And it turned me off the idea of West Cork, because the kind of people that are into West Cork, I'm not into. Therefore, they've sort of soured the area, which is crazy. But then going there, it really is a beautiful place.
Yeah, and Lep, the Connolly's pub, have you been down there?
No, of course she hasn't been down there.
Maybe she went down with you for the gig. I don't know, Dave.
But no,
Don't know what you
I've
do,
been
man.
to West Cork myself, not because of your
But
gig.
Lep, the Connolly's of Lep, it's kind of almost like an old-fashioned Shakespearean theatre, isn't it?
It is a bit, yeah.
It's
like it's got balconies all around
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But it's got a bit of a Berlin vibe to it too.
Yes, it does, and it looks like it's grown over decades organically, that whole venue.
With all the posters there and everything.
And they've got this lovely sort of theatre space out the back. But it's like, in other words, it'd be a place, like if I was into drinking, I'd say you'd have good crack there.
I'd say there'd be wild enough parties down that way.
Yeah.
And Clonakilty as well, I was there yesterday as well. That's a good spot.
Why is it a good spot?
You've caught me now. I should have had something to back it up. It's got nice. No, it's just like people looked like they were happy there,
Oh, it is.
They were like just in the. No, there was loads of cool shops, and nice cafes and.
Oh, yeah.
People buying fresh veg.
Yeah, all that stuff.
I was jealous when I was there. Just walking around, just jealous of people going.
Yeah, but
it's true. Sometimes you get a feeling from a place.
You get a feeling,
You
yeah.
can't necessarily describe it, but there's a certain people they don't have a weight on their shoulders.
Yeah.
That's what we got the sense in the south of France where we were. There's just everyone was kind of relaxed.
Exactly. Yeah. There was a really big super value there in Clonakilty. And it was just like loads of old people in there. And it was almost like a nursing home for old people. It was just like they were just chilling, buying donuts.
In their spare time, go to a shop.
Just potter around,
Well, Owen, I'm mindful of the fact that you have to meet this girlfriend, if she even exists.
It's your wife, no? Did you say?
Girlfriend.
Oh, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
Are you gonna marry her?
No.
when are you going to have kids?
When?
Yeah. Why don't you have them now?
True. Good question. Why don't I have them now?
I mean, what the fuck?
Arrested Development, Dave.
Okay.
Is that what you want to hear? The truth.
So
Can't
look
after myself.
it's so folks. Me and Owen, at some point before we die, we're going to do some sketches or something to see how it goes. I mean, I would dearly love to do that,
I'd love
Owen.
Shake on
Thank
it.
you, thank you very much, Owen Colgan. One of the funniest people I've ever met. All right.
It's an honour coming from you.
Thank you, Hannah,
Thanks
my
so much.
ex-wife, my two sons, Jack and Daniel. Someday this kingdom will be yours. Hey, everyone, have a great week, and don't forget.
Like.